What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So today, as you saw from the intro, I was doing a little unboxing here, and this is something a little bit different. It's not going to be an install video. It's just an unboxing and an appreciation video to Anthony at DC Power. Anthony, thank you. Anthony works at DC Power. They make high output alternators, and guys, if you are looking for anything as a setup, as far as you have a lot of music in your car, or you're about to run big power on one of your builds or whatever, you definitely want to take time in looking into a high output alternator. There's many reasons for that, but as I said, first I want to say a huge shout out to Anthony. He made it possible to get me an alternator in pretty much of a jiff for my build. So Anthony, again, thank you. Can't thank you enough. All right, guys, so in the box you have obviously your alternator, and you have your plug and play harness right here. They also send you a couple stickers, guys. Also, look how beautiful and nice and clean this is, nice and large. This is a 270 amp setup. This is a, I'll put it like a balls to the wall type alternator. It is freaking dope. And check this out, they even have stuff, bracket systems, where you can run multiple of these if you'd like. So guys, well, you might be saying, well, why choose these guys? Why do I need a bigger alternator? You guys got to realize a stock Subaru alternator is somewhere around 90 to maybe 110 amps. And most car manufacturers, like, look, my daughter's car, that's a Kia Forte. You know what I'm saying? Most stock cars, the manufacturer is going to produce an alternator. They're not going to produce a part to exceed expectations, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? So they're going to be producing that part to be just that. So let's say you start your car, you're cruising down the street or whatever, or even at idle, you're producing anywhere from maybe 25 to 50 amps, and now it's a humid day today. Now you got, you know, you're going to turn on your AC, turn on your music. Now there's more demand. Let's say you're sitting in traffic, even more demand, because now your fans got to kick on. So a lot of people don't even realize that the alternators are not even rejuvenating the battery at idle. That's why a lot of people, even I noticed it with my car, I would be at idle, I would have to actually run my Subaru and it'll rejuvenate the battery like that. At idle, it's like as soon as I start the car, you'll see the voltage go up, and then as soon as I turn it off, it starts coming down because it's not being rejuvenated properly. You get what I'm saying? So now let's touch upon a couple other things. You know, I know this is not like a music channel or anything, but I had sound systems back in the day, and I had two Kicker Solar Barracks amps, you know, stuff like that. And I'm sure sometime or the other, some of you guys seen where that bass hits and the lights dim. Why is the lights dimming? Because a lot more power is being called for than the car is actually producing. So now it's drawing power from the lights or any other accessory that you have running. And if you don't have the proper alternator, it's not producing the optimum amount of power, you know, in the long run, you're going to end up damaging all these other accessories. Guys, well, they're like, well, why don't we just run a capacitor? A capacitor is not going to help that. It's just going to provide a temporary spike, but it can't hold out. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like modifying a Subaru. You guys know, without proper modifications or supporting modifications, that parts are going to fail. So you just can't slap a big turbo on this thing and be like, all right, call it a day, without proper tuning and other supporting mods. So that's the other side of it. Now, this is the reason why I'm getting it. Obviously, you guys know that my car is going to be making decent power. So now I have gauges. I got 7 custom gauges, lights, tons of accessories on this. I do have custom switches as well. But let's just say, for instance, I'm running, you know, more than one fuel pump. So what's going to happen is, when at whatever RPM it's programmed for, and it calls for more fuel, and that secondary pump or pumps kick on, what's going to happen is there's going to be a huge voltage drop. And when there's a voltage drop, you can't tune properly with a voltage drop. You don't want to be tuning at battery voltage that's incorrect. That is the reason why this is like a supporting modification. This is the reason why you need the proper amperage from the alternator to support the entire car throughout the entire RPM band. Get what I'm saying? And then another thing to touch on, a lot of you guys might not know, or you might have noticed it and ignore it. A lot of these Subarus, they have a really weird idle dip issue. I even have it in my car. I'll put a clip up to illustrate to you. And even a well-known YouTuber, Smedia, went over it. He got an alternator also from DC Power, and it also solved his idle dip issue. These cars have it. Guys, something as simple as, like right now, you know I'm at 450, well, currently was at 450 at the wheels. Even upgrading your fuel pump, your injectors, it's more demand. It's more of a demand on the electrical system. And this is the reason why you need a better alternator. So, as I said again, a lot of people don't realize that these Subarus have this idle dip issue, and this is one huge way to correct that. Now guys, if any of you guys know me from YouTube, Instagram, or even personally, you know I'm huge into research. I definitely do my due diligence before I start, you know, recommending certain things. And these guys, they hit all the markers. Their performance, all their stuff is sourced in the US. The stuff is thoroughly tested before. And as I said at the beginning of the video, this stuff is made, this stuff is not like a remanufactured product, like it's rewired or whatever. Everything is brand spanking new. So it's not like a remanufactured product you're getting or anything like that. Everything is brand spanking new. Stuff is thoroughly tested. They go through a lot of quality controls. And guys, as I said, they use the latest tech making this stuff. So you know for a fact that you're getting what you pay for. Now, you obviously guys, 180 amp, or this is a 270, as I said, it's not cheap, but you pretty much get what you pay for. Now, there's a lot of other alternator manufacturers out there, as you guys would know, but at idle, do you know what you're getting? I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's up to you. All I can tell you is from my experience and my research. You know what I mean? Multiple videos on YouTube, they stand by their stuff. As I said, great customer service, and they stand by their product. And guys, they offer anodizing. That's one thing I forgot to mention. All different types of colors. The anodizing does take time. I could not get my anodized because I needed this ASAP. Also guys, I'll put up a chart real quick, and what the chart shows, the biggest thing about this alternator is the performance, what you're getting at idle and what you're getting through the various RPM power bands. And the chart I will put up will show the output of a 270 amp alternator, what you're getting at various RPM. Now, thing to note, that the RPM is talking about the alternator RPM, not the RPM off the motor. So when you see this, you'll be like, you'll see a certain RPM, you'll be like, oh, that's the engine RPM. No, it is not. It is the alternator RPM. So whatever RPM you see, that's the alternator RPM, and whatever amperage you're getting. So that's just food for thought real quick. I needed this ASAP, and Anthony came through. I got it in, I would say, a week. So this is not the norm, guys. Anthony, thanks again. I really appreciate it. Guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment. That's my time. I will talk to y'all soon. Take it easy.